Thank you for clicking on this video, and today we're gonna get this vintage go-kart running and driving. Now, because this go-kart is old, it's got some issues. So I got this go-kart from a friend, and when I picked it up, he said that when you start it up, it would just start going immediately, and there's something wrong with the revving or something like that. But he said it wasn't the carburetor and it was the clutch. Now, obviously there's no chain on here, so we're gonna have to replace the chain, and hopefully we'll be able to get it running with the stuff we have in the garage. So obviously there's no chain connected to the wheels, so we're safe to start this thing and figure out what the problem is. I'm gonna go over the normal troubleshooting methods for an engine that won't start, so we can get this thing started. It might just start right up, but I am going to check the spark plug and make sure there's gas and all that stuff before we start it. That definitely has a lot of carbon on it, so we may need to switch this out in the future. I might just brush this off for now, just so we can get it started. And we have spark. Everything looks good, so we're gonna put some gas in the tank and prime it and start it. And like I said, right as we went to go start it, there is an engine leak right there coming out of the hose right there, so we're gonna have to fix that. All right, so now we have the gas tank over there. We have this partly disassembled, and the problem is something basically chewed the wire right here. And there we go. All right, so we did a little work off camera, and I went to the store and I bought a new fuel line. Now, I was worried this fuel line would not fit through the hole because it's actually a little bit thicker, but I figured I had to jam it all the way through, all the way to the other side, and it's connecting up in there. So we're set for the fuel line. Now all we have to do is remount the gas tank and plug this in, and then we can actually start it.
This is the go-kart you're talking about?
Yeah, I just got the fuel on and
Is it like...
You could sit in it if you want.
Oh yeah, you just gotta make it work.
You gotta, yeah.
So you're working on the pedals? Hey, I didn't know you filmed out like an actual camera.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we've been trying to start it. We checked for spark. The spark is there. Spark is not the problem, and so we're gonna pull the carburetor off and just go from there, because I think it's something wrong with the fuel delivery system. Alright guys, so we have this all cleaned up. It was really dirty, and even the fuel hookup was literally clogged, and the float was caught, and there was a bunch of junk in here. So we're gonna reinstall this and see if it fires up, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. that is as good as we're gonna get it right now. We're gonna move on to the next problem, which is the clutch. And the clutch seemed to be working when it was idling. I put my foot on it and it stopped while the thing was spinning. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna oil the clutch, just like I showed you in a different video how to oil a clutch so it doesn't catch. Then we're just gonna put the chain on and see if it actually works. I'm not sure what's going on with the clutch yet. Alright guys, so after a lot of building and trying to figure out what's going on with the throttle, we're finally ready to test drive it. It's running when you keep your foot on the pedal. That's good enough to test drive it, and so we're gonna hit the road and see how fast it goes. And the pull string broke. It basically ripped off and the whole pull string is now sitting on the seat. So I'm gonna have to go in here and fix this. We have another problem though. Over here, we have this carburetor, and basically what's happening is the carburetor is, the float, it has a little catch to it because it's old. And so fuel is just constantly flowing and filling up the whole carburetor and like dripping out and stuff. And the whole engine is not running right. So what we're gonna do is replace this whole thing, and hopefully that will take away all the problems with the carburetor and the engine running badly and stuff. And we got it through, so now we're gonna knot it up and let the recoil wind it back up. And there we go. The pull string is fixed. Alright, so now that we have the pull string all set up, now we're gonna go to the carburetor, and the carburetor just came in the mail, so we're gonna put that carburetor on, and as well as some of the other stuff that the kit came with. There's some filters that came with the kit too, so we're gonna put those on, and hopefully it'll run after we put all this on. Alright guys, so we're all finished with putting everything back together, and we got the pull string fixed, we got the carburetor fixed. So this go-kart is fully done, so we're gonna put it on the ground and see if it'll start. Now I think I have to mess with that idle speed just a little bit, but I think right now it's pretty good. So we're gonna fix the stuff with the throttle and then take it out for a ride and see what happens. Make sure it's stopped. Alright guys, this thing rips like crazy, even for being a one-wheel peel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try some drifting. We have this little bend right here, and I'm gonna hit some drifts and we'll see how it goes. Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, you can turn it off now. Now I'm guessing the top speed is right around the same as the mini bikes, but the only difference is that it's 6 horsepower, which means it can go up to that speed way quicker. But I am gonna test the top speed just to see how fast it goes and if it could stand up to one of the mini bikes. Alright guys, we ran as fast as possible to see what the top speed was, and drum roll, the top speed is 26.7 miles per hour. Now I know this engine could go faster because it's 6 horsepower. In the future we'll be doing more mods to make this thing go faster, but a big part of the problem is that we are on dirt, so there's a lot of slippage with the tire and the gravel. Now 26.7 miles per hour is not that bad. It feels fast on the go-kart, and this app could possibly be wrong, but for now it's 26.7 miles per hour, getting it running and driving with no mods. So guys, I would say that is a success. This thing rips, it drifts, the brakes work, everything works, and it was super fun to build. So if you guys liked me getting this vintage go-kart running, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.